The challenge for me is to transform the students' perception of it's very difficult, lots to remember, to something that is interesting, that they like to engage, and more importantly is that you will help them to increase their competency in clinical pharmacology.
Mechanism of action is that it's a mu receptor agonist.
Before class, each student will ask to do a research in one particular drug. Just one, because these guys are very busy. So just one drug. So when they come to class, they're supposed to be expert in that particular drug. So the round one is about passive relaying of information, very passive, very low level, level one of the Miller's pyramid. Getting them to relay information and quizzing each other at very low level. There are 3 people in each group. I number them 1, 2, 3. The number 1 person stay. The number 2 person, once they finish their speed dating for the first round, the number 2 person will move anti-clockwise. Number 3 will move clockwise. So each time when they move, they have new people, new drugs. Okay, the first thing I'll ask them to do is to introduce yourself, because not all the students know each other. And then they'll introduce the drug. Second round, by the time they learn more drugs from the first round, they then have to teach. So by learning and teaching, I'm hoping that they will internalize the knowledge. So by the time they come to the third round, they would have done that 3 times. But this time round, get them to say, now you have about 12 drugs now. How do you classify them? Is there any harmful combination? Is there any combination that is favorable? Okay, and get them to do that. And I would get them to go another round. And this time round, they could build a case study. So you can select 3 or 4 drugs. Build a case. If they know that that particular drug is for a particular disease, they can build a case, and I could even get them to say, write a case, write an exam question out of that. So the following week, they'll swap, and they have to write the exam question and marking key. Following week, when they come back, they swap question from different group, and then they start to do peer assessment. In that way, they will internalize their knowledge. So it's about helping the students to understand difficult concept rather than remembering it. They actually come to understand it, and the fact that they have to learn and then teach, learn and teach, I think that will foster deeper learning.
What it does is you've got to go home and do your research about that particular drug that you've been assigned, and then basically what you do is you rock up to the class and then you kind of talk about that drug to the group that you're involved with. And then you find similarities on, the contraindications, adverse effects, and the similar mechanism of action on how the drugs work, and you kind of make associations with those different types of groups of other drugs that other people have learnt there. So it's really good in the sense that basically, you learn what you basically, you learn a lot better when you actually learn the drug and you actually talk to other people.
I love it. I think it's great. It's just so different to anything else I've ever had, and it just makes such a big difference to be able to be going through it as you're doing the course. Like, otherwise, everybody just studies at the end of the course and you don't remember it all then, whereas this way I feel like it all sticks in my head more throughout my life,
You're taking what you learn in all your textbooks and your lectures and from Lisa, and you're putting it into your own words, so you're thinking about how you actually learn, and you're taking it into a more visual aspect as well.
Teaching something is, I think, it's the greatest way of learning, because when you're able to teach something, I would say there's no way you'll ever forget it. So it's for everyone. I teach my classmates, and I get to hear from them like the drugs that they're doing as well.
I used to make my parents listen to me and I try and teach them things, whereas this way we're learning from each other and we're all helping each other along, and we're very collaborative anyway. Like there's only 10 of us in the course, so that's just what we do anyway. So it's really good. I find it really helpful. Yeah.
You've got to give credit to Lisa for that, and the fact that I would not have been able to get through this unit if it hadn't been for her teaching styles, because I've been at Curtin University for 5 years now, and this is the first time I've had a lecturer or a tutor actually been willing to want you to succeed and want you to study. The amount of effort she puts into these little games and the bingos and the speed drug trials, they're great, they're fantastic.
So reinforcing that knowledge and association, not only with what the drug that you've learned, but also with other people out there, and it just makes it fun as well, You kind of pick up things that you probably wouldn't normally do if you were to read it on your own, because they would mention something, but like, oh, hey, yeah, that actually does interact with that kind of thing.
It does help, and it's helped the students, and it's just made the whole unit, the pharmacology unit, which was supposed to be a hard unit, giving students hard time, one of the most pleasurable, interesting units. And we've all been doing absolutely great in that unit, and we all owe that to Professor Lisa T for the new method, which has helped us a lot.
And they'll go, hey, you know, this, and then you're like, oh, wow, mine's also got the same interaction or drug interaction as yours, and then you kind of make associations and links a lot faster. So not only do I think that it's effective, I also think that it's quite efficient in terms of time management, and you also build associations and group within the people that you are within the tutor as well. So it's kind of good, yeah.
I did pharmacology in my undergrad degree, but I feel like I don't remember any of that. Whereas now I feel like it's all sticking in my head, and I'm utilising it a lot more than I did before. And just the way you do it, because you're going over it so many times that it helps a lot to remember it that way. Yeah.
So it's just, when it's associated with that particular tutorial that we did, it's just always stays there forever for some reason. So in the exam, when I'm doing the exam, I remember, oh, this was what, for example, Shanae told me. This is the one that I was discussing with Rod. This is the one that I was discussing with Bilal. And this one is the one that I taught to other students.
Because not everyone's textbooks and words and writing out, everyone learns in different styles as well. And what I like about it is that you might not necessarily be the most brightest person or the most smartest person, but you're able to learn in a way that might make sense to you, rather than just saying, hey, go off and do it yourself. You actually get an opportunity to learn things a little bit differently to what you might do in other units, which has been good.
Another plus side thing, you'll never forget the drug that you've learned.